Hello, my beautiful friends. So I didn't get to read today. I'm going to go read now, but I did watch another video by John, which I will post below. I can't remember what the name of his video is called. What is it called? What is it called? It's called Rebuilding Your Spiritual Identity. And it's a very interesting video. It's pretty short. So take a look at that. But it's really, he's a recovering Catholic. So, and his mother was, like the liturgical expert in his Roman Catholic Church. And he says, like, the priest would have to clear the sermon through her before he could deliver it on Sunday. So I wonder, and it's funny because he does say, like, she went to the priest and said, I'm worried about my son because he thinks he's the reincarnation of an apostle. So interesting. But anyway, I do like his videos, and you know, I don't know if he's the reincarnation of the Apostle John, but I do agree with a lot of the other things that he talks about. So in this particular video, he's talking about what you do if you figure out that whatever it is you were raised in, you don't believe in that. And you know, and you can find that sentiment in all kinds of videos, from people who leave the Mormon church, from people who leave Judaism, people who were Christian and become atheist or agnostic, people who were raised in a Baptist church and become, you know, a witch or become Wiccan. You know, there are all kinds of conversions to and from, right? And what I liked about what he said, and the thing that I am thinking about tonight as I go into journal, I'm going to pull a stone too, just to be sure. Spirituality is a personal journey. That was his direct quote, and that is so true, right? Spirituality, there are no right or wrong answers, and I think that's the ruffling of feathers I have at this book that I'm reading, is that the author proposes that there are definite rights and definite wrongs. There's a definite path and a definite thing, and you have to buy all of it, or you know. I mean, she's like, well, you know, you can believe anything you want, but this is the truth. And I my feathers get all ruffled when people say stuff like that, because it's like, well, you know, there's your truth and then there's my truth, but you know, my truth is the truth and your truth is the, you know, it's good for you, but it's not the truth. Horseshit. Your truth is your truth, right? Your spirituality is a personal journey with whatever deities, whatever deity, whatever non-deity, whatever it is you believe. But it does require sitting down and thinking about what it is you believe, right? I believe God is love. There are people who believe that you should fear God. Like, you know, there's the two camps. God is love, God is fear, right? You have to decide what you believe. Do you believe in one God, many gods, no gods? What is it that you actually believe? And taking inventory of the things you believe. I believe God is a loving God. I believe that we, all humans and animals and living things, are connected together through the light and love of God. We're all connected. And I don't think that God is a gender. I think God is beyond that. I believe it's an energy force of light, right? And that what we're called to do here on earth is express kindness. And what does that mean? How do you, like, you know, after a while you're like, oh, light and love. It sounds pretty kooky, right? And I have a friend who's always just saying, like, oh, that just sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, what does that actually mean? Well, it means being an advocate, being a voice for the voiceless, making sure people don't go hungry, making sure people have clothing, you know, stopping war, stopping a war on the planet, like on trees and on animals and things like that. It's spreading love and kindness and being an example of that, right? And right now our culture has kind of shifted. So, you know, everybody's worried about themselves, right? They're not worried about other people. But you see that changing. You see people, you know, changing. And when you look over the course of American literature, right? Stephen Crane writes this great novella called Maggie, a Girl of the Streets. And it's about a working class Irish girl. Her parents are alcoholics. You know, her brother dies. They live in a tenement. They're poorer than dirt. She gets a job in a factory. And this boy comes along who's a charmer, and swears his love to her, and he's her ticket out of this extra shitty life, right? Well, he's a player, probably a pimp, and rumors go around that she slept with him when she didn't, and she loses her job, and she has to become a prostitute. And at the end, oh, this is a spoiler alert, so if you don't want a spoiler how it ends, you don't know how it ends, really. You don't know if she commits suicide or unearthing. I'm not monetized, so I guess it doesn't matter, and I'm talking about literature. Or if she's murdered, right, in the East River. And the whole novella is a commentary on life in New York City at the turn of the century, right? We bring all these people over to work in our factories. Never thought about where they were going to live or where they were going to go to school or the medical needs they were going to need. We paid them crappy wages and stuffed them all into these tenements and hope for the best, right? And we didn't care about the poor. Like we didn't care about the poor. And the point of the ending being so vague is Stephen Crane is saying, like, well, you didn't care about Maggie while she was living. You don't care about girls like Maggie. Why do you care how she died? Why does it matter? And so the problems that we have with poverty and disease and impoverished mindsets and things like that, like those are not new. I just watched a video, it was about the last person hanged in Inverness, and he had 2 women going, and he murdered the wealthy one because he wanted to marry the younger one or whatever. Like, bad people, bad things, bad stuff, plagues. One of the books that arrived from Thrift Books today called The Plague Year by Daniel Defoe. So I'll be interested in reading that. And I'm not sure if it's fiction or not. I don't know if it's his actual journal from the Plague Year, although I feel like he would have been too young to have remembered much of it. But anyway, the human condition has been the human condition for centuries. And we have to decide how we want to live. Do we want to live in that fear and that remembering of all the bad things that happen? Or do we want to just pick up our bootstraps and march forward in light and love and help people up, help people out, help people? So to me, that's what spirituality is. It's thinking about our place in the world and how we can make it the world a better place with light, with love. Does that mean that I'm always cheerful and always happy and always wanting to help somebody? No, it doesn't. Does it mean that I'm always in a good mood and, I'm full of sunshine and unicorns and shit like that? No. But I strive to be better and better every day, to understand the human condition and to have compassion, to discern good information from bad information, and to help my neighbor. Because I believe there was one commandment. Love your neighbor as yourself. Go out and love each other. That's the commandment. Do that. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, let's see if we can get a rune for us to think about while we're journaling tonight. All right. What should go with this message? Spirituality is a personal journey. What should we think about as we go along? You want to come out. We have Othala, which is inheritance. Right? Bless thine inheritance. That's what came to mind, right? We have inherited good things, as well as cultural memories of bad things. What do you want to carry in your backpack? I'm a long-distance hiker, and I teach other people how to hike, and I teach Girl Scout leaders and all kinds of people how to backpack. And we do what's called a shakedown hike. So put everything in your backpack that you think you're going to need on this journey, and let's shake you down. And you would be amazed at the things that people bring along to go backpacking. You don't need all that stuff, right? You need a shelter system. You need a sleeping bag. You need a water filtration system. You need food. You need a way to hang your food so that bears don't eat it. Mostly raccoons want your food, but, bears too, depending on where you are, right? You need a headlamp. You need a little bathroom kit so that you can do your business in the woods, right? There's the things you need, but you don't need like 6 books. You don't need a hammer. I have a pocket knife. I've only ever used it to open up pepperoni because that's mostly what I eat on trails, pepperoni and turkey bites, right? I keep my pack light. I have ultralight gear because I don't want to carry all that crap on my back when I'm climbing up a mountain. What do you have in your spiritual backpack? Do you have all the bad memories of your childhood, stuffed in there because you got to hold on to them? Like, why do you have to hold on to them? Journal about that. Why do you have to hold on to the bad memories, the hurtful memories? Do you want to see karma happen? I often say that. I often say if I were a witch or I had magical powers, I would just want to give people back the energy they give me when they're being jerks, right? I just want to give it back to them. I don't want them to get hurt or anything. I just want them to get back what they give, right? Why are we carrying that around? All it does is ruin our energy, suck our energy, and hurt our back. Because we're literally carrying all that crap around with us everywhere we go, right? Fill your pack with good things. Things that bring you meaning. Things that are important for you to carry. Good memories. Hope. Love. Dreams. Good sense, right? Have common sense. It's important, right? Pack your pack with good things. You can let go of the bad things. It's okay to let them go. If it helps to visualize, park them somewhere. Put them in a little moving van and park them somewhere. And park those bad things there and say, you know what? If I ever need you, I will come back and get you, but right now I don't need you, so I'm not putting you in my pack. And then keep marching. So I am wishing you all the best in light and love. Pack your packs. Pack light. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.